Little People, Big World has given us an intimate look into the lives of Matt Roloff, his ex-wife Amy, and their 4 children. Through laughter, tears, triumphs, and challenges, this family has shown us what resilience truly looks like. But behind every camera shot is a story far more complex than meets the eye. Today, we sit down with Matt Roloff for an emotional and revealing interview about the future of the show that changed everything, the fractured relationships within his family, and how he's navigating life after so many ups and downs. This is a conversation you won't want to miss. When Amy and I first started filming back in 2006, we had no idea it would become such a huge part of our lives. We were just trying to share our story, to show people that being little doesn't mean your dreams are small. And now, here we are, almost 20 years later. It's surreal. The show wasn't just groundbreaking because it featured a family living with dwarfism. It was groundbreaking because it normalized differences. Audiences connected with the Roloffs not because they were different, but because they were relatable. They argued, laughed, loved, and struggled, just like any other family. I think one of the reasons the show resonated with people is because it wasn't scripted. What you saw was real. Sure, there were disagreements, especially between Amy and me, but those moments made us human. That authenticity is something I'm proud of. But as time went on, things began to shift, not just for the show, but for the family itself. In 2016, Matt and Amy announced their separation after 30 years of marriage. While fans were heartbroken, the couple assured everyone that they remained committed to co-parenting and maintaining a friendship. But as time passed, cracks began to form, not just in their relationship, but within the entire family dynamic. It's hard when a family goes through something as big as divorce. You hope everyone can come out stronger on the other side, but sometimes wounds run deep. There have been misunderstandings, hurt feelings, and some fractures that haven't fully healed yet. While Jeremy and Audrey seem to maintain a close bond with both parents, tensions have reportedly risen between Matt and Zach. Some speculate that differing views on parenting and lifestyle choices may be at the root of the strain. Matt Roloff, Zach, and I have always been close, but lately there's been distance. It's painful, honestly. I love my son more than anything, and I know he loves me too. But sometimes pride gets in the way. We're working on it, though. Communication is key. And then there's Amy. She'll always be the mother of my children, and despite everything, I still care deeply for her. We've had our share of disagreements, but I believe we're finding ways to move forward for the sake of our family. As the original stars of the series step back, the torch has been passed to Jeremy, Audrey, Zach, and Tori, and even their adorable grandchildren. But where does this leave Matt? Is his role in the show coming to an end? Matt Roloff. This show will continue, that much I know. But my involvement, well, that's evolving. I'm not ready to step away completely, but I also recognize that the focus needs to shift to the younger generation. They're carrying the legacy forward in their own unique ways. Each of them brings something special to the table. Jeremy's passion for construction reminds me of myself at his age. Zach's entrepreneurial spirit is inspiring, and Audrey, she's got this warmth and grace that draws people in. As for Tori, she's fearless. She's carved out her own path while staying true to who she is. But even as the spotlight shifts, Matt remains hopeful that his contributions to the show and to his family aren't over yet. Matt Roloff, I'd love to stay involved in some capacity, whether it's mentoring the kids or sharing wisdom from my own experiences. At the end of the day, this show has always been about family, and as long as it stays true to that, I'll support it wholeheartedly. After decades in the public eye, Matt Roloff has learned invaluable lessons about love, loss, forgiveness, and growth. Today, he shares those insights with raw honesty. Matt Roloff, one thing I've realized is that life isn't perfect, and neither are families. We all make mistakes, say things we don't mean, or let pride get in the way. But if you're willing to listen, to apologize, and to work through the tough stuff, healing is possible. I've also learned that happiness comes from within. After the divorce, I spent a lot of time figuring out who I am outside of my roles as a husband and father. It was scary, but it was necessary. Now I feel more grounded than ever. Despite the challenges he's faced, Matt remains optimistic about the future, not just for himself, but for his family as well. Matt Roloff. I believe in second chances. Whether it's rebuilding relationships or pursuing new passions, there's always room for growth. My hope is that someday we'll all find common ground again. Until then, I'll keep doing my best to be the man my family deserves. Matt Roloff's journey is far from over. Through the highs and lows, he continues to inspire millions with his unwavering determination and heartfelt vulnerability. As Little People, Big World enters its next chapter, one thing is certain: the Roloff legacy will endure, shaped by love, resilience, and the courage to face whatever comes next. Little People, Big World premiered way back in 2006 on TLC. It follows the lives of the Roloff family, who live on a sprawling farm in Oregon. What sets them apart is that both Matt and his wife, Amy, are little people, meaning they have dwarfism. Over the years, viewers have watched as Matt, Amy, and their 4 kids navigated life's ups and downs, from running the family pumpkin patch business to dealing with personal challenges like health issues, parenting struggles, and even divorce. The show became more than just entertainment. It gave audiences an inside look at what it means to live with dwarfism, while also showcasing universal themes like love, resilience, and family dynamics. And honestly, it's hard to imagine TLC without the Roloffs. But now things could be changing. So here's where things get interesting. In a recent interview, Matt opened up about his feelings regarding the show's future, and it sounds like he's ready for a change. When asked if he'd consider walking away from television, Matt responded, "Leaving TV sounds fine by me." Those words sent shockwaves through the fan base because, let's face it, Little People, Big World wouldn't be the same without him. Now, before anyone panics, let's break this down. Matt didn't say the show is definitely ending. He simply shared his perspective on stepping away from the limelight. He explained that after nearly 2 decades on TV, he feels like he's accomplished everything he set out to do. For Matt, it's less about fame and more about living authentically and focusing on what truly matters to him. This isn't entirely surprising, though. Over the years, Matt has always prioritized his family and his farm above all else. Whether it was building new structures on the property or mentoring his kids, Matt has consistently shown us that he's happiest when he's creating and contributing in meaningful ways, not necessarily when he's in front of the camera. But wait, what does this mean for Little People, Big World? Is the show really coming to an end? Well, the truth is, no one knows for sure yet. As of now, TLC hasn't officially announced whether the series will continue beyond its current season. And while Matt seems open to moving on, other members of the family haven't weighed in publicly about their plans. Amy Roloff, Matt's ex-wife, has been heavily involved in the show since day one. She's built her own brand around advocacy work and lifestyle content, so it's possible she might want to explore new opportunities outside of TV. Then there's Zach and Jeremy, who have had their own spin-offs and careers. Would they step up to carry the torch if Matt decides to bow out? And don't forget Molly and Jacob. While they've taken a bit of a backseat in recent seasons, they're still part of the Roloff legacy. Could the next generation take center stage? Or would the show lose its identity without Matt at the helm? To understand why Matt might be ready to leave TV behind, we need to look at his journey over the past 17 years. When Little People, Big World first aired, Matt saw it as an opportunity to educate people about dwarfism and challenge stereotypes. At the time, representation for little people in mainstream media was practically non-existent, so the show filled a crucial gap. But fast forward to today, and the landscape has changed dramatically. Thanks in part to shows like Little People, Big World, Society is far more aware and accepting of individuals with dwarfism. Movies like The Station Agent in Game of Thrones featuring Peter Dinklage have further normalized these stories. Matt himself has become a respected advocate and entrepreneur, proving that he doesn't need a TV platform to make an impact. Plus, let's not forget that being on a reality show can be exhausting. Constantly having cameras around must take a toll on anyone's privacy and mental health. After all these years, it makes sense that Matt would want to focus on his passions without the pressure of producing content for a national audience. Of course, whenever there's talk about a long-running show potentially ending, fans have a lot to say. Social media has been buzzing since Matt's comments went viral. Some viewers are devastated at the thought of saying goodbye to the Roloffs, while others respect Matt's decision to prioritize his happiness. Fan comment number 1. I grew up watching Little People, Big World. Please don't end the show. Fan comment number 2. Matt deserves to do whatever makes him happy. He's given us so much already. Fan comment number 3. If the show ends, I hope they give us a proper final. These guys deserve closure. There's also speculation about what the Roloffs might do next. Will Matt launch a new project? Could Annie expand her YouTube channel or write another book? And what about the younger generation? Are Zach and Jeremy ready to take the reins? One thing's for sure, the Roloffs aren't going anywhere anytime soon. Even if the show wraps up, their influence will continue to inspire millions around the world. While we wait for official updates about the show's fate, I think it's important to reflect on the lessons we've learned from the Roloff family over the years. They've taught us that success isn't defined by fame or fortune. It's about staying true to yourself and supporting the people you love. They've shown us that challenges, whether physical or emotional, can be overcome with determination and teamwork. And perhaps most importantly, they've reminded us that every person, regardless of size or ability, deserves respect and dignity. No matter what happens with Little People, Big World, the Roloffs' legacy will endure. Their story is proof that authenticity resonates deeply with audiences, and that's something we can all strive for in our own lives.